So here's a T57 match. This is from the test server for 8.11. It's the first iteration of test, I believe. I don't have a T57 on live yet, and I'm probably not going to get one for a long time, so every now and then on the test servers I'll take it out for a spin. This was a really, really bizarre game. I won't spoil the amount of damage for you, well, although you can just check in the Postgames and description. But so a couple things to note about this patch. First of all, they changed the camera settings, so they're zoomed in slightly more to the tanks, which I find very disorientating. When the patch hits, if they haven't changed that back, I'm going to have to find a way to mod it. So it's the way it currently is for me. I like to be able to see a bit behind myself, so I can tell if I'm being blocked or if something's behind me or if I'm about to reverse off a cliff or whatever. This is test, so I haven't got any mods running, so no scroll mod, no sound mods, no XEM, nothing. It's a little difficult to adjust to after running with mods for so long in the base game. I almost don't know how to play without them. Well, that's maybe taking it a bit far. I do know how to play, it's just a lot harder. I don't have nearly as much information at my disposal, and it feels a little uncomfortable, particularly without no scroll. So you can see here I'm doing my usual thing on this map. I'm going to the hill, because that's just how I do. Now this is where things start to get interesting, just right here. Oh look, there's something rushing down the hill. I'm lit. It's a bat chat. Suiciding. Half his hit points are gone already because he rushed the AMX. You can see they've changed it now, so replays actually play the sound clips for auto-aiming. I was doing it there because he was moving very quickly and I was also moving. I do it here as well because there's little chance of me bouncing off him, and I want to be able to keep my gun on him while I maneuver around and see what's going on around me. Break the lock here because I want to start peeking, well, not peeking poking, but pop out and dump clip into somebody. So you can see that AMX is getting beat up on pretty badly. Take a second to aim and then right on the E50. Managed to clip him to death. The 215B gets a shot into me. Now at this point I'm amazed the Arty didn't hit me. I think they were focusing west or center, not this side of the map yet. So you can see I'm pretty isolated out here now. The bulk of my team are hanging around the center and west. Our other heavies on this side of the map, on this side of the rails, are pretty far back. So another bat pops out, but I'm loaded. Managed to get a quick snapshot into him, and the second one is able to take him out. The enemy are now down to one bat chat. They got a couple of tanks up on the hill, I figure, and I try and just get some passing shots. You can see I don't go into sniper mode or anything here. I was just hoping for some snapshots through the side of his turret, but it wasn't happening. First shot got eaten by a house, I think. Second shot, I think, just bounced off the side of his turret because of the angle and the distance. So I've got 2 kills already. I'm not really discouraged by the fact I'm basically alone here. I am on the back slope of the hill. If I get rushed, the guys behind me will be able to hit them, and this also screens me from the enemy TDs and Arty. So I just poke up to get a feel for what's here. The 50B is the first obvious target. None of them are paying attention, so I immediately begin clipping into the 50B. So he has just enough health that I can almost one-clip him. If I hadn't low-rolled a couple shots there, I would have. So the bat comes at me. Presumably he can count to 4 unlike most puppies. What he cannot do to save his life is drive or aim. Our bat chat also comes to my rescue here. So you can see me auto-aiming again, just to make it easier to drive without crashing into shit, or without breaking my gun depression. So myself and our bat chat are able to take him out. And begin reloading again. You can see they've also added a little chat message now that tells your team how long you've got to reload. There were a bunch of mods that did that before, they're not necessary anymore. Bat leads, since he's still full health, and I follow, I'm nearly loaded. 215B is the next obvious target. 50Bs trying to parachute off the hill. It's not a likely shot and it's not worth risking. Myself and the bat chat just double team Sky hard, and then oh look what just got popped up on the railway. It just appeared. Unfortunately, a couple shots disappear off into the ether there, but I do get one shot into him. Now R183 here is calling Artie garbage, 3 noob Artie, which is a sentiment I have to agree with. They were basically useless, did nothing all game. Can't remember how much damage they ended up doing, but I don't think it was a lot. Certainly it wasn't important damage, so it was a badly aimed shot from me. I thought I might pen there because the 215B has a kind of wonky turret. Some parts are really thick, some are really thin. My last shot tracks him, but he drops repair and gets away from the bat chat, who is still supporting me. Unfortunately, the rest of our team are incapable of doing damage to enemies, and so it's just myself, the bat chat, and one of our useless Artie against literally half the enemy team, including all 3 Artie, 3 tank destroyers, and 2 auto-loading heavies. So I begin to cross over. I'm down to my 12 heat rounds at this point. I'm nearly out of ammo. I've used my repair kit, I've used my med kit, pretty low on health. There goes our bat chat, but he was at least able to take out the 50B, and now T57. Now, I'm kind of panicking at this point. I didn't account for the travel time of heat shells, so my first snapshot misses because I was being a bad and using auto aim. Third shot misses just because I wasn't leading enough. Remember, I am playing with about 330 to 350 ping on the test server, which is not really conducive to hitting targets on the move at longer distances, particularly with slow flying heat shells. So I do eventually manage to kill him. It's brought me up to 4 kills, and I move towards the center thinking, well, maybe I'll be able to pop either their Artie or their TDs in the back or side, but unfortunately a 155 crest pops our Artie. My first shot, completely unaimed snapshot, disappears off, second bounces, turns towards me, so my third, I think, pens through his gun mantlet or something, and the fourth misses, or sorry, fourth bounces, hits his upper slope, I presume. I'm down to 4 shells anyway. There's no way I could carry this game, and the T95 bags me from the forest. If you want to see the exact amount of damage I did in this match, you can look in the Postgames in the video description, but I can tell you it was over 7,000, while the rest of my team basically sat on their dicks and did nothing. It is the test server, so I couldn't really be angry about it, but on the other hand, I was kind of irritated that what would have been an amazing game and a huge amount of XP that I could, sort of be like, oh, look what I did in T57. It wasn't to be. Still, it was a pretty interesting game. It certainly shows the T57's strengths, and hopefully one day I'll get one before it gets nerfed into irrelevance.